Hello everyone, it's Pam here with Tattered Paper and Lace. Welcome back to my channel, and for those who have been coming along, welcome back. And if you've just found my channel, welcome. I hope you enjoy the content that you see. What you have before you today is a pile of 5 different journals. Yes, 5 different journals, which is a part of my collection of journals that I have. Some I've made, most I've made. One was a bought one, and one was made by somebody else and I bought one. One was factory made. So I wanted to show you what I do with my journals and hopefully give you some inspiration for what you might do with a journal that you've maybe received over Christmas, or you've purchased because you like the way it looks. First thing I want to say is that all journals are not meant to be written in, so you don't really have to write in a journal, even if it is meant to be written in. I have a lot of blank journals because I just like books, and a journal is basically a blank book. So, because I like anything and everything paper. But I wanted to give you some ideas about what you could do with journals that you may have. So here are some, and let me go through what I have, and then we'll talk about them later. This is one that I have made. This is actually one of the very first journals I ever made. So this was done in about 2017 or so. So that's one journal. It's a little 4x6 made from a popcorn box. Then I have a journal that I made a swap with a lady, and this was the journal that I got from her. So I'll show you what I do with that one. This is another spiral journal that I made, very fat, and I'll explain what that one is. Then this is a journal that my husband gave to me for my birthday. I believe it might have been 18. I think I have the date in here, so I will show you that as well. And then this is another journal that I made that was another spiral one that is was intended for traveling. Things that you collect for traveling when you're traveling, and I will explain that one to you as well. So let's start first with the one that my husband gave me, which is a purchased journal. I love it. I loved it. It was blank, but I still loved it, and it has Jeremiah 29:11 on it, which is one of my favorite verses. So what I did after he gave this to me was I put a new inside cover because I like for my journals to be pretty on the inside, and it was just white pages. So I put in new end papers, and then I did This Book Belongs to Me. And then, okay, this was in 19, and I made this into a picture a day project. And what I did was every day, I took the pages and put them half. I did some washi tape to make the pages be half. And I went through 2019 using a half a page each day. So this was one day, this was one day, and I did a picture a day. And then I wrote about that picture. And so this was not intimidating because it was only a half a page for each day. I had a subject to write about. So the picture I took I said something about the picture I took. And so there are 365 photos in this journal. And I absolutely love it. It is so much fun to go back. Now, I had gotten the little printer that does not use ink, and it prints out these 2x3 photos. That is the photos I used, so they were small enough that I could do this. And I love it. It's fun to go back and look to see why I chose what picture I chose to take that day. Some are very ordinary, and some are, it's just things. It makes you be more aware of your surroundings, and to think about your surroundings. So this is what I did with this journal, and this led into 2020, which of course was the start of the pandemic. So I journaled that without pictures because this was the last day of 2019. So I had pages left, so I just started journaling about the pandemic, and I had to go over onto another pad of paper, which I have just tucked in here. And that is one way to use a journal. So that's the one I've done the most writing in. This is one well, we'll go to that one last. This journal is one of the first ones I made. So that was probably about in 2017, and I'm going to bring you in a little bit. It is a 4x6 made from a popcorn box, and it, most things came from the thrift store in this. But what I have used this for, and it hasn't have a lot of pictures in it, but it has some, and what I used it for is family photos. This here is my father, and this was his family. So there were 4 boys. And so I have used this journal for photos of family. So this is my dad again. And then I have, let's see, so here's my dad again. He's the little guy right here. And I have some of my mom in here too. Let's see, I kind of grouped the pictures together. So anyway, so this is this is an aunt I never knew. She passed away long before I was ever born. So anyway, so it's not full, but it has a lot of photos in it. And I will continue to add some as I come across photos, and I have to still go back and label. So you can use it as a photo album and just do a small amount of journaling, if any, other than to just name the people. So that's another journal, and that's something else you can do with it. Then I don't remember when I made this, but this is, now I got to pull you back out some. This is an oversized book. It's probably 10 by 7, spiral bound and quite chunky. And what this was intended for was to put travel memories in. But mostly I collect postcards and brochures and things from my travels. And that's what this was for, and it was mainly for temporary storage, to have a place to put those brochures and postcards and tickets and things that I might collect on a trip. It didn't work quite so well because it got too fat too quick. I didn't have, the first time I took it out, I didn't have this particular closure on. I didn't have a closure on it at all. Got too fat too quick, and so I don't do that now unless I'm thinking about taking the spiral out and doing a regular spine and adding the pages in that way. And I may still do that. But what I collect in here at the moment is when we go and do something special. So we are members of the Main Street Players, which is Main Street Players is a theater group, local theater group. So I keep things from that, and then I also have tickets to concerts or things. This is a football ticket, so we went to my alma mater's football game. Tickets here for something else. That's the Botanical Gardens, and so that's what I do with this now. So I just have various different items from when we have gone to do special things, plays, concerts, football games, baseball games, things like that. And it's quite fat. Here is Gone with the Wind brochure from, we have a couple of Gone with the Wind museums in the state, and so that's that. And then we dance, and so that's from the dance club or other dance clubs that we've been to. So that is currently what I'm using this for, and it is again bulky and not nearly as full. So a spiral notebook for this was not practical. So I think I'm going to rebind this at some point. But in any case, it's an idea. It's something that you could do with a journal. So you can record memories or just collect your things, your memory things. And that's not wanting to go in there. So this is really quite fat. Here we go. So that is what that one is used for. Now this one is the one that came from someone else. Let me move this one out of the way. In a swap, and I use this one for a glue book. So I make collages in here, and I just pick a page, make a collage. And so I just have various different kinds of collages in here. And I enjoy doing that. So that's all I'm using this for, is to make collages. Some of them are simple, some of them are more involved. Some just have, I just liked this reclaimed wood, and it says reclaimed wood has a story. So I liked this image, and so I just added some washi tape to it. This is, it says The Sacrifice. This is the dust jacket to a book that I repurposed and took pages out to an altered book. And then I found this screw with these people on it that was from, I don't know, a Childcraft or something like that. So it's just, this was from a magazine. This was from a magazine with a cigar band. So I just did collages. That's what I do in that. I'm still working on it. It's not full. So I'm doing that. So that's something else you can do, is just make it be a glue book or a collage book. And then, oh, and I have one more I didn't bring out. Let me go get it. Hold on. This is one I purchased from a friend, and it is a travel one, but is a travel specific. You see it has bear and moose and all that. We did a trip to Alaska, and she made this for me. After I got it, I did some alterations to it because, well, I wanted to. I wanted it to be a little more me. She made the majority, and this is made out of a brochure, like a 10-page brochure that she collaged on every page. Well, so I have in here a collection of things from our trip to Alaska and Oregon. And I took pictures. There are some pictures in here. I still have some to put in, and I tried to put in the pictures as we went. So here are some pictures that I took, again, printed them out. Here's where we went whale watching. And this is where we went to the glacier, the Mendenhall Glacier. Here's some more photos. So I tried to do some pictures, and I tried to do it as we went. Here we are. This is one of the evenings on the boat, on the ship, and this is my brother and sister-in-law, or my husband's brother and sister-in-law. And then I took a few extra pictures in here. So this is something else that you can do. Along with your traveling things, you can do a themed travel if you know where you're going and what you want it to be. So this has all the memories. And then after the cruise, we did a little jaunt to Oregon, my husband and I. So I made this little journal for that reason. So I have a little journal inside here that is the Oregon part of our trip. It's just a few little pictures, and I talked about what we did each day. So that's another way that you can use a journal. And then these just slide right in here. And this was made from a brochure, so this would be very inexpensive to make and use. So that's another journal and another idea for a journal. I think I have these the wrong way. I think I did this one. No, wait. No, I had them the right way. So that's another way to use a journal. Let me just tie this back up and get it put back away. And then I want to talk about this next journal because it is so much fun, and it is so fat, and I don't want to start another one because it won't have all those memories in it. So I wanted to show you that one as well. I like them to be kind of chunky. I don't mind, well, let me just say I don't mind them to be kind of chunky. So there's that one. And then this is the one that I said I would wait till the last. And this I call my kitchen drawer journal. You see, it's quite fat. And this is a journal of just random things that I made this journal. And this is just of random things. Magazine images. Most of these are magazine images from the front here, and it's just things I like. I just think it's cool. So that's what this is, and it's very fun. I can go back and look and go, yeah, I still like that, because I liked that, and I still like that. Here is, I used this in one of my collages recently for the Marguerite Miller. But so these are candies that I like. And these are all the voting stickers that we got every time you go vote. I liked this picture. So it's just mostly magazine. Like this is from a candy box. I mean, just little things. And this is from a Dick and Jane book. So, I've made little pockets out of different things. I have some zines in here that I've made and passed along. Quotes. I have whole pages of quotes here. I asked my husband to write down something that he liked, a quote that he liked. I asked him to jot that down, so that would be in here. This is a picture of my brothers from back in the day. And so this is just memory keeping, just things that are going on in my world or in the world. And I've just done some flip outs and some pockets and just different things. It's just, and I've got and I like little cards, little vintage cards. So I put this little vintage card in here. This was a Valentine from a friend of mine that I just put right in there, my crafting friend. This was a birthday card I got from a group on Facebook. I don't remember now who, but it's in there. So this is just different things that I enjoy, that I like to look at. Quotes or little stories that I might like. I just write in here. I like to do a little doodling and drawing, and I like to lay out. This was some layouts for scrapbook pages. And here too, then I like to do little sketches. See my little flower sketch. And I have some other sketches. So here I was copying this and using the grid format to do that. Okay, this was in 2016, so I made this probably in 15 or earlier. A little picture of a butterfly I drew there. So, and there's a bee, a vase. I did not do that. I wish I could do that. So anyway, so this is another idea for a journal. So you can do anything you want to do in a journal. You can just have it as what I call a look book, which I have some that I just like to go look at because I love old paper and I love old things. So I have a few journals that's what I do in those journals is just, I am just looking. Pulled you a little too far, didn't I? You've seen all the stuff on my desk. That's funny. Anyway, so, and then of course I have my current 2024 Marguerite Miller journal. And then I have two other journals for the 2 other years, which has just the collages for Marguerite Miller in it. So there are many things you can do with a journal. If you just like to look through the journal, it's okay, because it is art or it has things that you enjoy. I'm all about preserving and having things that you enjoy, that bring you joy. And I am all about recording memories in whatever fashion works for you. It can be photos plus a little bit of writing, or it could just be writing, or it could just be photos. So why I wanted to come and talk to you about this is because I urge you to think outside the box of what you might do with a journal, because anything you do with your journal is good. It does not matter. It's yours. You do with it as you wish. If you've bought it from someone else and you go, oh, I don't think I can write in that, well, then don't. Pick a different one to write in if you wanted to write in something. And also, I would urge you to embrace your penmanship. I don't like my writing, but I did a lot of writing in my picture a day, and in this one that's just the things I like. And someday somebody might be glad that my handwriting is there. So even if it's beyond people that even knew who I was, or even know that I'm a relative, if for that matter, may enjoy reading what I enjoyed if I wrote down something, quotes or a memory or whatever. So get those journals, do something with them or not, because I have several, like I said, have several blank ones that are not doing anything. They're just blank. Sometimes I'll take pages out and use them for something else. But then I have other journals that I have purchased from people, or they were given to me, or that I made myself because I liked the cover and I like the content. And those are lookbooks. I will probably never write in them. I might add some things because I like vintage stuff. So I have one that's made from a McGuffey reader, a very old one, like from 1870 something. And when I find old school ephemera, I might stick it in that journal just because I like to go back and look at those kinds of things. So use your journals. Think outside the box with how you might use them. And I hope you got some inspiration from this video to go and do that. I thank you for coming along. Hit the subscribe button if you like this content and would like to see further videos from me. And thank you all who have already subscribed. Thank you so much for subscribing. And we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.